What's up, CA Nation? Coach Tom here. I want to go over and make this video because I know a lot of you out there are on a fat loss journey, which is great. That's fantastic. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is nowadays we are bombarded by advertisements showing us what we're supposed to look like. Bombarded by advertisements say lose this much weight in this many days. You go to some of these magazines and they'll say, ooh, tummy tuck plan, 20 days to a flatter tummy, and blah, 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 yada, 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 blah. It's all a bunch of hyped up BS designed to draw people in and make them spend their money on that magazine or that supplement or whatever. Look, a realistic plan should be telling you these 5 things because they're the absolute truth no matter what you do in fat loss, and they're things you need to know before you start your journey, or if you're already on your journey, you need to know these. Because if you don't, it's going to drive you insane. You will end up in like an insane asylum. The first one of these 5 things is that for some people, they're gonna do everything right. Everything. And no matter what plan, there's only a certain amount of plans you can follow. Here's an extra little, this isn't part of the 5, but this is an extra little tip. There's only certain things you can do. You can do high fat, low carb, high protein, always high protein, everything is high protein. You can do low fat, high carb, seen that work. You can do, follow some sort of plan like paleo or intermittent fasting, some kind of trend, or you can count calories. That's about it. There you go. Fun fact. So you can do everything right following one of those plans. They all work. And different things work for different people depending on their lifestyle and their body. But you could still follow it, right, and still see nothing in the first 2 to 4 weeks. Zero, zip, no change, nothing. Oh, how frustrating. The thing is, your body will catch up. Your body's like a math equation. It works, 1 plus 2 is always equals to 3. Just for some people, it takes a longer time for their body to figure that out. So those type of people, even though it might take longer for them to start seeing results, and that can be very frustrating, they need to stick with it because those are the same people I tend to see that once they start seeing results, see consistent results. People on the other end of the spectrum like me might start losing weight real fast right away, but they plateau and flatline real quick, and it gets really hard later on to lose body fat. Really hard. So you're going to fall into one of those 2 categories. Just understand that. Understand it's okay. If you are in the category of a slow start, stick it out. I got news for you. It took a long time to put a lot of body fat on. It's going to take a long time to put a lot of body fat off. Which gets us to our next point. Oh, my next point is that it's going to take longer than you want. This comes back to those advertisements and those bombardments of this many pounds in this many days and do our program and buy our pills and blah, yada, 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 yada. Look, it's going to take longer than you want. It's going to take consistency. It's going to take dedication. And those are 2 words people don't like to hear, but it's the absolute truth, so I'm going to say it. It's going to take those things. It's going to take you longer than you want it to take. And it's probably going to take you longer than you think it's going to take. Because a lot of these plans, like let's say counting calories. The typical counting calorie plan is 500 less calories a day than your baseline to lose 1 pound a week. So let's say you start following that, you start seeing consistent results with it. Well, that 1 pound a week is if you do it 100%, and almost nobody follows a plan 100%. I mean, unless they're getting ready to go on stage and show off their abs, or they're a professional athlete that their money depends on it, no one's going to follow it 100%. Life comes up, events come up, you want to go out drinking, your husband brings home food, I don't know. Something's going to come up, you're not going to follow it 100%, and because of that, it's going to take you longer than you want or that you originally expected, so be prepared for that. It's not a straight line. It doesn't go, very few people start here and then get to here. It's a windy, twisty little path where sometimes you go backwards, and that's cool. That's great. It's perfectly normal. You're not alone. Just, again, stick with it. Dedication, commitment, following the plan even when, and having some faith in the plan, following it even when right away it's not working. Okay, that brings me to my next subject. You can't out-train a bad diet. I'm going to throw this one in here. Most people know this, but I'm going to put it out there because, man, people still try. Let me tell you. Can't tell you the amount of times I hear, well, I ate this, and this, so I'm going to go run at the gym and burn out the food. And it probably won't. You won't. Look, the fact is you cannot out-train a bad diet. There's going to be some discipline involved. You're going to have to sacrifice some of the food some of the times. You can't eat what you want, when you want, in the amount you want, and still generally get the body that you want. Because if I ate what I wanted, when I wanted, in the amounts I wanted, I'd be the biggest person on this earth. You're gonna laugh at that and say, it's easy for him. I got news for you. With the foods I like and the amounts I like to eat, anyone who knows me will tell you if I didn't work out, I would be huge. It just would happen. I love to eat. But I know I have to sacrifice some of the foods I like cheesecake and ribs slathered in barbecue sauce. And, whatever other types of super fatty, calorie dense foods for things like this. This is a oven roasted chicken slice with cheese and a bunch of greens put into it. And I eat these for snacks throughout the day because it's better than me running out to the gas station and getting like one of those burgers or something. Yep. The thing is, I still think it tastes good. Like, I'm still okay with this. It's food I like, and that's another thing when you're picking what one of these type of plans or outlines that you're gonna follow. You gotta do one that it's gonna fit into your lifestyle and the food you like. But just know you can't out-train a bad diet. If you're eating high carb, high protein, high fat, you're not gonna out-train that. You're not gonna get results. Some sacrifice is going to be required. Which brings me to this point. Sometimes you're gonna be hungry. I got news for you. It doesn't matter what plan you're following, the high fat, the high protein, well, everything's high protein, but whatever. It doesn't matter what plan, the counting calories. If you want to lose body fat, you're gonna need to be in some sort of caloric deficit, which means sometimes you're gonna eat less than you normally do and you're gonna be a little hungry. It's okay, you're not going to die. In today's society where food is so readily available in such big amounts, in such calorically dense amounts, we take any little bit of hunger as a sign that we're dying. Like, oh my God, I'm hungry, I'm starving. You need to learn the difference between starving and hungry. You can live with hunger. You can live with a little bit of hunger. Maybe not up here right away. It might take some practice, but you need to be able to do it. Fighting hunger is fighting a basic instinct. It's going to make you a better person mentally and physically. It's going to make you a better person physically. You're going to look better. You're going to get the body you want. So just know that if you're a little hungry throughout the day, that's normal. That's okay. It doesn't mean you need to go eat right away. You need to be able to take a second to assess and say, am I really dying right now? Like, if I don't eat, am I going to die? Most of the time the answer is no. It's hard at first. It's very hard at first. Another reason why it's going to take you longer than you expected, because this is one of those things that people need to learn. It's a learning experience. This isn't something you can do in 30 days, 24 days. Yeah, I run a 24-day transformation challenge sometimes that's supposed to teach people. I want to teach people. You have to learn. This is a lifestyle. This isn't something that can be handed to you in a nice little gift box. You need to learn this. You need to have a mentor and a coach to guide you, and you need to follow their guidance, make mistakes, learn, and keep going. And the last thing I want to get to, guys, it's not talked about very often. There's generally about 3 phases that you're going to go through when you're losing body fat, and you actually are losing the body fat. The first phase is just like how you started out. You have a certain amount of muscle, you have a certain amount of fat, and your skin has formed to that. It's very tight on your body. There comes a point, this really, really annoying, stupid middle point where you've lost some weight and the body fats and inches have gone down, and you look in the mirror and go, I look awful. I don't know if you know this, but your skin is constantly reforming. You're losing cells, rebuilding cells. It's kind of like shedding skin like a snake. I don't know. But what happens is, as you start to lose your body fat, your skin isn't always going to catch up to that. It might take a couple weeks for your skin to catch up to your new form and get a little tighter on you and make you look a little tighter and a little firmer. So understand that might happen. So while the mirror and the way your clothes are fitting can be a good reference, it's not the greatest reference in that middle point. It's actually very frustrating and very annoying. So that's it, guys. Those are my 5 points. Those are 5 things I wanted to drive home. I know this was kind of a long video, but listen, it's important. I hope you watched this video. I hope you got some good information from this video. I hope you understand some stuff now that you didn't before. I hope that this helped you. Maybe you're in a weight loss journey and you've been struggling with some of these things and now you know it's okay. Anyway, if this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I make new videos every week for My Citizen Athlete Nation here, for anybody that watches. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.